Please rise for the graduation processional.
Today we celebrate Auburn University's 2018 fall graduates. I'm pleased to be with you to celebrate on this truly momentous occasion. I extend a special welcome to all of those who are receiving degrees today, the seniors and graduate students from across all of Auburn's colleges and schools. We begin our ceremony with the presentation of the colors. Gentlemen, I ask that you please remove your headdress and remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the singing of our national anthem. March on the colors. Patty Holly, graduating with a Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance and a Bachelor of Music Education, will lead us in the singing of our national anthem. She'll be accompanied by the Auburn University Graduation Band, conducted by LaToya Webb, Graduate Teaching Assistant in the Department of Music.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Commencement is the most distinguished and important ceremony we host here at Auburn. It is the symbolic closing of a transformative chapter in your life, but it is also an inspiring launch of a new chapter, one that holds great promise and endless possibility. I'm grateful to celebrate this momentous occasion with each one of you. I'm going to now introduce some members of the platform party. Others will be introduced later in the ceremony. As I call your name, please rise. Mr. Jimmy Sanford, Auburn University Board of Trustees. Dr. Bill Hargrave, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Bobby Woodard, Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Taffy Clayton, Vice President and Associate Provost for Inclusion and Diversity. Dr. Jennifer Kerpelman, Interim Vice President for Research. Ms. Jane DeFalco Parker, Vice President for Development and President of the Auburn University Foundation. Mr. John Wagner, Secretary to the Board of Trustees. Dr. Maria Whitty, Associate Dean of the Graduate School and Professor of Adult Education. Ms. Nancy No, Interim Dean of Libraries. Dr. Michael Baginski, University Senate Chair and Associate Professor in the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering. Dr. Jeff Jones, Graduation Marshal and associate professor in the School of Accountancy in the Harvard School of Business. Dr. Eric Wetzel, mace bearer and assistant professor in the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction. Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth McDonald, commanding officer, Air Force ROTC. Lieutenant Colonel Kalina Creech, commanding officer, Army ROTC. Captain Willie Billingsley, commanding officer, Naval ROTC. Mr. Jason Harbison, graduation reader and manager in the Office of Trademark Management and Licensing. And Mr. Steve Geis, interpreter for the deaf, Office of Accessibility. Let's have a round of applause for this special group of leaders. Graduates, our faculty members have played a major role in preparing you for the next steps in your lives. They have mentored you, they've challenged you, and they've inspired you. I ask now that the members of the faculty please rise. To the others, I ask that you join me in applauding these tireless individuals who have devoted their time and efforts to help these graduates grow to their potential and position them for success. As you all know, there are a number of people who have made our graduates' time at Auburn possible. Many of them are in the stands here today. Some of them are with our graduates in spirit. These are people who have supported and encouraged you through the years. They include parents and grandparents, siblings and other family members, mentors as well as friends. Everyone who has played a role in helping you get to Auburn and helping you succeed once you got here. So the graduating students, I'm going to ask you to stand and think of all those who have supported you on your journey. Look to your friends and family and join me in a round of applause to thank them for their unwavering support. Today we will award 1,745 degrees, which will bring the total number of degrees awarded by Auburn since 1856 to 325,081 degrees. I'm proud to spotlight these numbers because they bring to life the extraordinary impact our university has and will continue to have on our community, our state, and the world. It's an impact made possible by students like you who go on to engage, influence, and lead in your communities. Commencement provides us with an opportunity to reflect on the spirit that defines your class. You and your fellow graduates are among the university's best ambassadors. You combine knowledge with a strong desire to serve the greater good. You're committed to improving the old as well as discovering the new. And you know that an Auburn education is more than just a means to an end. It's an invitation, it's an obligation, and a skill set to transform the world. You now join a very distinguished group of alumni who have a history of post-graduation success and professional advancement that is second to none. Industry-leading employers continue to seek Auburn graduates for their professionalism, their leadership, and their commitment to teamwork, and for the immediate contributions they make above and beyond their job requirements. When I reflect upon the enormous impact you've already had on our community, I am optimistic about the future of our institution, our country, and the world. Your class shares values that our society needs: a dedication to service, an understanding of the importance of collaboration across and within communities. It makes us all excited for the future. I want to talk about someone now that was in your chairs some years ago. And in fact, we are very fortunate today to have with us a speaker who puts all these values I just spoke about into action. Mr. Walt Waltos is an outstanding example of how you can take your Auburn degree and transform the world around you. He earned a bachelor's and master's degree in from Auburn in aerospace engineering. And right out of college, Walt combined his knowledge with a desire to improve the lives of those with disabilities. He was inspired by the struggles his mother-in-law faced with communication after she fell ill. So Walt, along with his wife Ginger, used his engineering training and innovative thinking to establish Words Plus. Today, the firm creates state-of-the-art products that empower people with disabilities with the ability to communicate using technology. When world-renowned astrophysicist Sir Stephen Hawking's ability to communicate was compromised by ALS, it was Walt's equalizer and EZ keys. Those programs allowed Hawking to continue his groundbreaking work. In 1996, Walt founded Simulations Plus and turned his inventor's eye into developing simulation and modeling software for drug discovery as well as development. Today, Simulations Plus products are used by more than 200 pharmaceutical firms, including the world's top 25. His innovations help analyze new products and save millions of dollars in research and development costs. While doing all this, Walt continues to be a friend and servant of Auburn University. He's a member of Auburn's 1856 Society and the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering's Keystone Society, Ginn Society, and their Engineering Eagle Society. He has served on the Ginn College of Engineering's Alumni Engineering Council and Auburn University's Research Advisory Board, and he is a life member of the Auburn Alumni Association. Every day, Walt puts Auburn values into action, and he has transformed the lives of so many. We're thrilled to have him with him here today, and I'm looking forward to hearing his inspirational message. Please join me in welcoming Walt Waltos to the podium.
Wow, thank you, President Leith, for the very kind introduction. And thank you to the selection committee for giving me this tremendous honor. In 1969, when I graduated, I could never imagine being up here. Members of the Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty and staff, parents, but most of all, students, this day is yours. It's a big deal. It's your big deal. I considered a variety of topics that might fit into a 45-minute talk. Oh, I meant 4 to 5-minute talk. Maybe a few minutes more, but don't worry. They told me they'd bring out the hook if I go over 10. I settled on 3 major lessons that I believe have helped to shape my life up to this point. The first lesson was to accept and learn from failure. There are some in our society who believe every kid should get a trophy, that everyone is first place. James Boswell, biographer of Samuel Johnson, said, "He who praises everybody praises nobody." Those who do well at a particular activity are not encouraged to improve when they see others receiving equal recognition who accomplish less. Those who are told they are first place when they're not have less motivation to work harder. Don't let your fear of failure keep you from pursuing your dreams. You're going to fail now and then. We all do. When it happens, acknowledge it, take responsibility for it, and move on. Failures teach us. For example, I'm trying to play golf now that I finally retired a few months ago, and I know that I learn more when I hit a bad shot than when I hit a good one. What not to do comes through clearly when you see the ball arcing off into the trees or into the water. I've lost as many as 8 golf balls in a single round of golf. Many of them were part of the goodies they give you at charity golf tournaments, and many of those have Bruce Pearl's name on them. If they ever dredge the water hazards at Moore's Mill or Willow Point, they're going to figure this Bruce guy is a terrible golfer. Some of you struggled to be here today, but you're here, you're graduating. A young lady named Virginia Savage graduated this morning. After 5.5 years, she got her degree in psychology, and she didn't quit. She did not let failure define her. Besides learning, sometimes failure leads to redirection, to doing something else in which you can succeed. On my birth certificate, it says father's occupation, farmer. When Dad got out of the Navy at the end of World War II, My parents moved to northwest Arkansas, and Dad decided to try farming on my grandparents' 160 acres of rocks in the Ozark Mountains. It was not great farmland. When he took his first year's crop to market and got only $18, he decided he wasn't a farmer, and he went on to a highly successful career in electronics. So in addition to learning, redirection can also be a benefit of failure. The second lesson was that our lives are often governed by more by decisions others make than by our own. In 1957, Alan Saunders said that life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. John Lennon later used this in the lyrics of the song, Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy. And it's so true. Decisions by others can radically change our life's trajectory. Decisions by others led me to get out of the Air Force while I was an Auburn student, here an AECP student, rather than to pursue the military flying career that I had wanted. To switch my major from electrical engineering to aerospace engineering. To work in simulation software and nonlinear optimization. To eventually leave the aerospace industry after about a dozen years to go full-time, starting our own company, Words Plus. And later to start another business in simulation and modeling software for pharmaceutical research called Simulations Plus, a public company listed on the NASDAQ. Well, I finally retired as CEO of Simulations Plus a few months ago, remaining on as chairman of the board, and now I'm focused mostly on being a screenwriter, director, and film producer. We're in post-production of our first full-length feature film. Oh, and so far a struggling golfer. When my wife's mother had ALS in 1980, Ginger asked me if something could be done to help her mother communicate using one of these newfangled personal computers that had just come out. I didn't think I had time to mess with it. But a couple weeks later, she asked me again. At that time, only nerds and geeks had computers in their homes, so I bought one. I failed to make it work for Lucy in the few months I had before she passed away. But I learned a lot about what did not work well, and that led to trying new methods. Eventually, we helped thousands of people around the world for over 30 years, including Stephen Hawking. By the way, people credit me for helping Stephen Hawking, but it was Ginger's perseverance and her idea to use a personal computer that got us started with Words Plus. Her decision changed my life, and hers as well, radically. Wouldn't it be interesting to write down today your best predictions of where you think you're going to be in 5, 10, 25, 50 years? And then when you reach those milestones, pull those out and take a look and see how close you came? I wish I had done that. I didn't think of it till I was writing this. I know I could not have come anywhere close to what actually has transpired in my life. Not even 10 years ago when I was 63, I had no thoughts of being a movie screenwriter, director, and producer. The third lesson was that I had a debt to repay. I'm not talking about student loans. The true cost of my education at Auburn was way more than I paid, $150 a quarter. But so was yours. We all benefited from the gifts of many others, large and small, who realized that an institution like Auburn University can only achieve the level of excellence that it has with the support of charitable contributions. I will never know the donors that helped me, so I can never thank them. But I can pay it forward by helping to support today's students and those of the future. Give back to this great institution when you can and help future students to achieve their dreams as someone has helped you. I can tell you that it's tremendously satisfying. I want to finish with some practical advice that I have given our 5 children, all adults now, with respect to relationships, specifically with respect to choosing your life's partner. And you need one. Going it alone in this world is hard. I believe there are 6 things that are crucial to long-term relationships that go beyond the initial attraction that brings people together. They are: what do you want to do with your spare time? What do you want to do with your spare money? Where do you want to live? How many children do you want, if any? What are your spiritual beliefs? And in today's climate, what are your political beliefs? Strong disagreement on any one of these can be cause for intense friction after the initial glow fades. Strong disagreement on more than one should set off flashing red lights and sirens. End of advice. Well, almost. Congratulations on receiving the degree you will receive today. You've succeeded. You'll move on, maybe to a job, perhaps toward another degree, or maybe you haven't yet determined what the next step will be, maybe moving back to your parents' house until you find yourself. But as George Bernard Shaw is quoted, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You've been doing that during your time at Auburn. Think about it. Through your studies, your relationships, your extracurricular activities, you've created a new you. Continue to create the you that you want to be. I'm trying to create myself into a better golfer. I'm not ready to give up yet. I just spent a bunch of money on new clubs, and I still have more Bruce Pearl golf balls. Always remember that whatever you do, wherever you go, you will represent Auburn University. Be a good ambassador for this institution by doing your best at whatever you do, by being a good and conscientious citizen, and by remembering that you will always be a part of the Auburn family. You're going to be reminded of that in places around the world whenever you hear those inspiring words. War Eagle!
Thank you, Mr. Waltos, for those inspiring remarks. It is now my pleasure to recognize several groups of students who are graduating with academic honors. First, I would like to recognize those undergraduates who are graduating with honors based upon their cumulative grade point averages. Students with a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.59 graduate cum laude, and I ask our cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. You may be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.79 graduate magna cum laude, and I ask our magna cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. You may be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.8 and above graduate summa cum laude, and ask our summa cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. You may be seated. 1979 marked the beginning of the honors program at Auburn University. In 1998, that program became the Honors College. Honors College students graduate either with the distinction of University Honors Scholars or Honors Scholars. Would all those who have earned the distinction of University Honors Scholar or Honor Scholar please rise? You may be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is Auburn's highest all-discipline academic honorary, and members represent the top 10% of each college or school on campus. I now recognize those initiated into Phi Kappa Phi. Please rise. You may be seated. I would now like to recognize those degree candidates in the arts and sciences who have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, the nation's oldest academic honorary. Would our inductees into Phi Beta Kappa please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. I would also like to recognize our military service members. With those degree candidates who are commissioned in our military services, please rise. I now ask that all active duty and veteran service members, both graduates and those in the audience, please rise. Thank you for your service to our country. Would Dean George Flowers of the Graduate School please come forward?
Would Yaru Lin please stand? On behalf of the faculty in the Graduate School, I would like to introduce our student marshal, Yaru Lin, who is receiving a Doctorate of Philosophy in Crop, Soil, and Environmental Sciences. Yaru is from Baoding, China. Now, would all the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hargrave, on behalf of the graduate faculty, it is my pleasure to introduce these degree candidates for the conferral of their degrees.
Thank you, Dean. On behalf of my fellow colleagues of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I do now and hereby confer upon each of you the doctoral degree to which you are entitled with all rights, privileges, and earned responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Please be seated.
The Doctor of Philosophy degree is the highest degree awarded in the Academy of Universities. Part of the tradition associated with the awarding of this degree is a special ceremony involving the presentation of a doctoral hood. Would the major professors of the doctoral candidates please escort your graduate to the stage to be hooded as Mr. Harbison calls their name. Members of the Registrar's Office will direct you to the stage.
Dr. Yaru Lin, hooded by Dr. Dexter Watts. Dr. Marissa Daniel, hooded by Dr. Thomas Gallagher. Dr. Hayden Moy, hooded by Dr. Jenny Kobernick. Dr. Diana Forbes, hooded by Dr. Holly Ellis. Dr. Songyang Yu, hooded by Dr. Curtis Shannon. Dr. Mark Holtan, hooded by Dr. Christopher Easley. Dr. Juan Hu, hooded by Dr. Christopher Easley. Dr. Katarina Ford, hooded by Dr. Christopher Easley. Dr. Anna Dimitrichuk, hooded by Dr. Bradley Murner. Dr. Victoria Owens, hooded by Dr. Stephen Mansurabadi. Dr. Kayan Zheng, hooded by Dr. Stephen Mansurabadi. Dr. Sushu Tan, hooded by Dr. Rex Dunham. Dr. Guyu Kin, hooded by Dr. Rex Dunham. Dr. Alexandra Amarocho, hooded by Dr. Alan Davis. Dr. Shamim Nagaga, hooded by Dr. Claude Boyd. Dr. Joel Tumwe Baze, hooded by Dr. Onika Brown. Dr. Asani Fing. Dr. Seema Asani, hooded by Dr. Fing. Dr. Ping Wong, hooded by Dr. Henry Kanukin. Dr. Mohit Anand, hooded by Dr. Patricia Duffy. Dr. Roshini Brismahan, hooded by Dr. Patricia Duffy. Dr. Jamie Baugh, hooded by Dr. Dan Givens. Dr. Philip Gunter, hooded by Dr. Russell Montefiering. Dr. Amy Willis, hooded by Dr. Michael Green. Dr. Anna Marie Murphy, hooded by Dr. Jeff Sibley. Dr. Suning Zhu, hooded by Dr. Casey Sigelski. Dr. Wenlong Kai, hooded by Dr. Kova Arias. Dr. Megan McKenzie, hooded by Dr. Kova Arias. Dr. Virginia Rowling, hooded by Dr. Carla Teal.
Please join me in congratulating these new doctoral graduates. Now, would all the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hargrave, on behalf of the graduate faculty, it is my pleasure to present these master's and specialist candidates for the conferral of their degrees.
Thank you, Dean. On behalf of my fellow colleagues of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I do now and hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree in which you are entitled, with all rights, privileges, and earned responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Please be seated. Graduates will come forward as Mr. Harbison calls your name. Members of the Registrar Office will direct you to the stage.
Kayla Weisner. Akia Middlebrooks. Jean Loftus. Laura Myers. Whitney Robertson. Jesse Atkins. Keenan Robinson. Jeffrey Smith Jr. Stephen Orbaugh. George Herner Jr. Carissa Hobstetter. Martin Harbison III. Zachary Bradley. William Boddy. Cullen Lowick. Seth Church. Marissa Daniel. Daniel Abernathy. Neil Boudreau. Douglas Ingram. Liting Zhou. Oke Chidume. Trellis Reed. Crystal Harrell. Pamela Owen. Carolyn Morell. Emily Dance. John Bruno. Hillary Keltner. Travis Whitmill. Victoria Draper. Madison Rowling. Julie Ann Jacobs. Jeffrey Schaefer Jr. Anna Perry. Ambika Pokrael. Trey Crocker. Nicholas Fauché. Nicholas Stolte. Caitlin Moy. Clayton Kennedy. Brianna Colmo. Will Hatfield. Ellery Tucker Williams. Sarin Tiatracun. Laura James. Fran Arnold. Catherine Haldeman. Marie Robertson. Renee Matala. David Marston. James Jones III. John Ray Penny III. Logan Boatwright. Gage Means. Vijay Badami. Michael Morgan. Tyler Parsons. Anthony Stanley. Eddie Rogers. John Helms. Tyson Mooney. Jung Chao Gu. Yana Wu. Yu Zhang. Fang Yi Lu. Tree Lam. Cynthia Weiss. Gregory Holland. Talon Crowell. Morgan Cheatham. Daniel Williams Jr. Thomas Ralabate. James Mayfield III. Jake Blackstock. Cameron Pierce. Stephen Medina. Brian Spear. John Goolsby. Jathan Garrett. Addison Layfield. Prabha Sharma. Omkar Gadgil. Daniel Fleck. Aaron Duffy. Peter Schmierskinsky. Tori Futch. Chelsea Wilson. Ryan Colazzo. TJ Vines. Christopher Joseph Gittleson. Luke Britsky. Jenna May. Gulsa Kaplan. Johnny Miller. Jessica Hobbs. Heather Gussie. Veronica Eder. Macy Holmes.
Please congratulate these master's graduates. We now come to the conferring of the undergraduate degrees. Mr. President, the deans of the colleges and schools will come forward and present the candidates who have been approved by the faculty and recommended for the appropriate undergraduate degrees. The candidates of each college or school will stand when presented and then be seated. Dean Paul Patterson, College of Agriculture.
Would Christopher Logan Chappell please stand? On behalf of the College of Agriculture, I would like to introduce our student marshal, Logan Chappell, who is receiving a degree in agricultural business and economics. Logan is from Huntsville, Alabama. Would all the degree candidates from the College of Agriculture please rise? Trustee Sanford. Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hardgrave, on behalf of the College of Agriculture, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dean Vinnie Nathan, College of Architecture, Design, and Construction.
Would William Gibbons please stand? On behalf of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, I would like to introduce our student marshal, William Gibbons, who is receiving a degree in graphic design. William is from Auburn, Alabama. Would all degree candidates from the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hardgrave, on behalf of the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dean Annette Ramph, Harbert College of Business.
Would Morgan Lee Padani please stand? On behalf of the Harbert College of Business, I would like to introduce our student marshal, Morgan Padani, who is receiving a degree in Business Administration Marketing. Morgan is from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Would all of the degree candidates from the Harbert College of Business please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hardgrave, on behalf of the Harbert College of Business, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dean Janaki Alavadapati, School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences.
Would Mary Jo Bergstresser please stand? On behalf of the School of Forest and Wildlife Sciences, I would like to introduce our student marshal, Mary Jo Bergstresser, who is receiving a degree in Natural Resource Management with a minor in Nature-Based Recreation. Mary Jo is from Deatsville, Alabama. Would all degree candidates from the School of Forest and Wildlife Sciences please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hartgrave, on behalf of the School of Forest and Wildlife Sciences, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dean June Hinton, College of Human Sciences.
Would Katie Elizabeth Gardner please stand? On behalf of the College of Human Sciences, I would like to introduce our student marshal, Katie Gardner, who is receiving a degree in apparel merchandising. Katie is from Woodstock, Georgia. And now, would all the degree candidates from the College of Human Sciences please rise? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, Provost Hartgrave, on behalf of the College of Human Sciences, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dean Nicholas Giordano, College of Sciences and Mathematics. Whoa.
Would Kirkland Lewis McWhorter please stand? On behalf of the College of Sciences and Mathematics, I'd like to introduce our student marshal, Kirkland McWhorter. He's receiving a degree in biochemistry. Kirkland is from Tallahassee, Alabama. Would all degree candidates from the College of Sciences and Mathematics please stand? Trustee Sanford, President Leith, and Provost Hartgrave, on behalf of the College of Sciences and Mathematics, it is my great pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Thank you, Dean and Provost. Now, will all candidates for bachelor's degree please stand as you're able? On behalf of my fellow colleagues of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I do now and hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor degree to which you are entitled, with all rights, privileges, and earned responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Please be seated. Graduates, you will now come forward by your college or school to be introduced as Mr. Harbison calls your name. Members of the registrar's office will direct you to the stage. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been called.
College of Agriculture, Dean Paul Patterson. Adam Clayton Sturgeon, awarded posthumously. Accepting Adam's diploma is his father, Donnie. Jinju Kim. Ashley Willoughby. David Roos. Hannah Avant. Tyler Burdishaw. Julie Britnell. Harriet Barfield. Melissa Villanueva. Artemis Green. Joshua Bailey. Adam Allen. Courtney Shested. Brianna Burnett. Laura Knotts. Angela Mangine. Amanda Griswold. Molly Quinn. Madison Boone. Christopher Chappell. Ethan Chandler. John Adcock II. William Stokes. Carly Castleberry. Logan Tucker. Zachary Hembry. Bryce Tyson. Robert Fitro. Riley Grantham. Norris Blackburn III. Adam Carter. Malcolm Hughes. Harrison DeLong. William Spear. Gregory Robertson. Gregory Parker. Chase Whitten. Jacob Maddox. Kyle Kinney. Tucker Floyd. Tristan Yates. Tyler Nelms. Alexandria Crawford. Carly Bearden. Elizabeth Johnson. Mary Ann McDougall. Jamie Horton. Robert Brown III. Slater Robinson. Madeline Benchwick. Amanda Bell. Jessica Boswell. Aaron Turner. Natalie Johnson. William Dodd. Joshua Henderson. Willard Hamilton. Judson Powell. Casey Reagan. Autumn Highnote. Dylan Christopher. Dion Darby. Angelica Thompson. Jamila Murchison. College of Sciences and Mathematics, Dean Nicholas Giordano. Nicholas Lawrence Hood, awarded posthumously. Accepting Nicholas' diploma is his sister, Caitlin. Shaniqua Glover. Catherine Davis. Taylor Bird. Madison Patterson. John Holt. Alexander Ellison. Jacob Demarest. Gregory Goodrow. Edward Hinderleiter Jr. Danielle Buller. Second Lieutenant William Colthorpe. Kenneth Doherty. Molly Burchell. Bailey Acton. Aaron Harrell. Wonil Choi. Alexis Kozar. Kylie Clay. Ashley Robertson. Abigail Harvard. Amy Sauer. Holly Clark. Kirkland McWhorter. Abria Grimmett. Scott Buxa Jr. Joseph Watts. Antonio Curry. Catherine Shorter. Shelby Means. Kaylin Sandoval. Hannah Black. Anna Gibson. Angela Ibosale. Nicholas Lothrop. Harrison Michaels. Catherine Flanagan. Erica Roberts. Andrew Stevens. Ross Diggs. Ensign Maurice Oxios. Kinsley Yarbrough. Parker Tiersch. Samuel Walden. Colby Muir. Caitlin Dreer. Ashley Gibson. Amanda Gam. Shikuna Ka. James Calianoni. Rachel Hike. Oksana Buxa. Christina Younghans. Christopher Miller Jr. Nicholas Lockhart. Sierra Kuchar. Caitlin Baker. Amber Cook. Anna Devon Taylor. Virginia Allison. Chelsea Comans. Second Lieutenant Aiden McAloon. Hannah Street. Tori Ferguson. William Baker. Phoebe Thorgeson. David Roden. Rebecca Martin. Kaylee Carlson. Luke Hammock. Tyler Richardson. Bailey Little. Charles Rampy. Courtney Elise Hamby. Anna Catherine Priest. Summer Alexandria Marshall. Jordan Raymond Lyles. Magdalena Costranova. Darby Taylor. Kylie Volmer. Aubrey Duncan. Carletta Thompson. Mary Brooke Erskine. Brandy Barnett. Jasmine Kendrick. Spencer Nall. Vanessa Chapman. Taylor Breach. Jonathan Schiavone. Oswell Ari. Jessica Sheeler. Abigail Edwards. Carson Blankenship. Sean Yates. Cameron Vadalaro. Parker Childress. College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, Dean Vinnie Nathan. Luke Hayworth. Yahan Liu. Sarah Pugh. Jaylene Cantu. Harry Rutledge. Elizabeth Boyd. Kelsey King. Samuel Knuckles. Matthew Youngblood. Kara Boyer. Daniel Arnberg. Daniel Bowden. John Duncan. Charles Sprague. Grace Elizabeth Cornelius. Morgan Olivia French. Anna Rogers. Mallory Michael. Kathleen Taylor Kennedy. Sterling Waits. Haley Briggs. Catherine Duncan. Devin Serber. Carlisle Viderek. William Givens. Danica Ramsey. Valencia Wilson. Joshua Williams. Allison Porter. Courtney Cates. Parker James. Evan Smith. Carter Hoff. Caroline Helms. John Going. Austin Swinsick. Yiming Liu. Olivia Piazza. Delaney Laux. Rebecca Foose. Claire Lockridge. Finley Doyle. Auburn Kelton. Emily Stevenson. Ashley Barrett. Amy Shoppert. Savannah Guffey. May Mohammed. Gwendolyn Tinsley. Emily Garrett. Emily Ledbetter. Leticia Macedo. Deaton Owens. Connor Dunn. Corey Pope. Maxwell Chandler. Anthony Hamilton. Neil Morris. Thomas McNeese. Connor O'Daniel. David Estella. James Kennedy. Richard Pace. Stuart Kay. William Pylant. Chapman Odom. Chase Humber. Nick Ballard. Wheeler Jones. Grant Miller. John David Hart. Julia Gaston. Ryan Jones. Casey Terry. Stephen Harris. Robert Van Zant. Frank Shields Goodman II. Samuel Hedinger. Philip Ray. Ensign Eric Brennan. Ensign Kalani Dickinson. Ensign Nicholas Russell. Kena Turberville. Jacob Fillmore. Daniel Smith. Andrew Barentine. Alexander Gomez. Zachary Devine. N. Tucker Maddox III. Lance Christopher. Jennifer Smoke. Mary Gillis. Mary Catherine Cole. Amanda Eggers. College of Business, Dean Annette Ranft. Alec Ferris. Alexis Lehman. Donald Hardiman III. Wilson Garrett Jr. Nicholas Helmke. Turner Henderson. William Hilburn. Sterling McDaniel. James Lawrence. Yuming Peng. Ensign Eric Cooper. Ensign William James Gregg. Santoria Dunlap. Dewan Watkins. Hannah Harrison. Morgan Padani. Mary Peyton Domning. Tristan Jones. Katerina Paramoshkina. Morgan Vick. Megan Elizabeth Brown. Paige Thompson. Caitlin Miller. Andrew Smith III. Benjamin Holton Hall. Evan Potts. Chase Jones. Jonathan Hall. Connor Sibley. Brent Kuchis. Matthew Thomas. Joseph Segredo. Caroline Sandoval. Willard McMullen. Timothy Carruthers. Joseph Housley. Ethan Schneider. Kayla J. Fannin. Terrence Wingfield. Dominique Caldwell. Kendrick Willis. Roderick Mingo. Andrew Williams. Emma Winkles. Abigail Moore. Ruth Fellows. Brianna Carter. Alexa Russell. John Risha. Megan Gambrell. Bobby Nyland Jr. Jacob Roberts. Alexander Culberson. Shelby Campbell. Deanna Romano. Hannah Hayes. Autumn McClendon. Kaylin Newman. Abigail Mock. Amanda Hurst. Christopher Garner. Chase Trammell. Christopher Costello. Samantha LaBerge. Jacob Santarelli. Haley Wheat. Reese Kane. William Patty III. Benjamin Hedden. Christopher Johnson. Thomas Barnett. Andrew Jahira, Tanner Dunaway, Michael Reeves Jr., Charleston Mumfree, Laura Catherine Clark, Kristen Betke, Allison Parmer, Aaron Daggett, Caleb Davidson, Hannah Lally, David Smith, Charles Black, John Sheldon Jr., Dustin Rutgers, Johan John Matthews, Connor Urban, Luke Horton, Hayden Smith, Stevie Alexa Cole, Skylar Pardon, Abby Elliott, Leslie Lowry, Emily Ann Newell, Avery Trish, Sarah Kate Holcomb, Olivia Campworth, Callie Cardenas, Joseph Moore, Jordan Farley, Cinda Hodge, Brent Thames, Jessica Marshall, Peyton Williams, Sydney Pignato, Brooke Payne, Blake Ferguson, Nathan Mitchell, Tyler Ortiz, Joseph Quick, Second Lieutenant Fahad DeConker, Gregory Mulhern Jr., Landon Vaughn, Luke Dewberry, Michael Turnipseed Jr., Benjamin Roth, Corey Herndon, Franny Smith, Richard Berry, Elizabeth Burton, Lauren Tice, Juan Rodriguez, Olivia Keffer, Breland Whitaker, Ben Vandegrift, Second Lieutenant Elizabeth Lira, Second Lieutenant Daniel Stevens, Melody Hammett, Samuel Steinberg, Alden Nail, Michael Deutsch, Leah Rogers, Helen Allen, Stephen Baruti, Taylor Day, Rebecca Wilson, Brad Lally, Nicholas McAllister, Daniel Moultrie, Alex Thomas, Evan Woods, Slade Cedaram, Matthew Lynn. Logan Rice. Jonathan Hefner Jr. Baylor Beck. Travis Kinney. Wilkins Cook. Robert Strawn. Robert Meister. James Bierman. Matthew Heffren. Michael Taylor. Mary Lutkin. Rodney Phillips. Jean Griffin. Ryan Ellers. William Doherty. John Weaver. Grant Warner. Joseph Taylor. William Kesterton. Tyler Prescott. Corey Lippert. Austin Murphy. Mary Elliott. Brooke Benefiel. Zunbang Zhang. Ziao Deng. James Weeks III. Matthew Smith. Justin Tomlinson. Logan Day. River Coop. Robin Montgomery. Rosemary Shelton. Amelia Langhart. Ashlyn Cullifer. Lindsay Freeman. Bailey Smith. Benjamin Taylor. Colton Johnson. William Sexton. Cassidy Kabelka. William Roby. David Chastain. Michael Owens. Andrew Stone. Trent Pearson. Austin Williams. Robert Wesley Pinkard. Sydney Newton. Sean Vester. Micah Welch. Jesse Andrews. Gushi Yang. Xiaomeng Wang. McKelly Rexroth. Connor Goss. Matthew Bales. Brendan Hayes. Edward Hoy Jr. William Gann. Ian Flynn. Gage Taylor. David Krumdeek. Rachel Kasperzak. Austin Brokaw. William Wilson. Zifan Wang. Reed Chisholm. James Brown. Spencer Michael Lee. Mason Haggard. Thomas Carswell. Grant Mosier. Charles Hickman. Peyton Morris. Peter Halota. Sam Allen. Thomas Gore. Reed Adams. Rick Haley. Gary Kennedy Jr. Callie Kaiser. Bailey Griffin. Rebecca Horton. Chandler Donegan. Ruth Dismukes. Chloe Barger. Christopher Larkin. Matthew Olette. London McClellan. Kathleen Jett. Holly Dent. College of Human Sciences, Dean June Hinton. Celia Tebbets. Peyton Putman. Dixon Darling. Amber Robinson. Mackenzie Struther. Erin Williams. Mary Everett. Faith Strickland. Savannah Goebel. Leanne Zabakala. Whitney Kurtzinger. Allison Barchet. Emma Stevens. Sarah McClure. Amanda Combs. Haley Schorsch. Morgan Winston. Rachel Bryant. Rachel Hargrave. Shafin Hart. Mackenzie Donegan. Tessa Voss. John Mark Baker. Jennifer Warm. Katie Gardner. Audrey Curry. Chelsea Anderson. Amber Isis. Haley Feely. Miranda LaTourette. Erin English. Taylor Jones. Sandra Post. Allison Ledford. Mackenzie Colvin. Anna Mills. Noelle Connor. Emily Dean. Megan Finney. Sean Odom. Immigrace Marie Klein. Brooke Forsyth. Helen Allen. Zachary Zito. School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences, Dean Janaki Alavalapati, James Ireland. Andrew Haight. Andrew Kelly. Jacob Ulak. Jordan Humphreys. Dustin Rowland. Robert Atkins III. Marshall Heron. Danielle Oates. Cameron Hinden, Hunter Bates, Leslie Williams, Rachel Hodge, Richard Ramey, Mary Bergstresser,
To all the graduates, I say congratulations. You're now members of the Auburn alumni family. Gretchen Van Valkenburg, the Vice President for Alumni Affairs and Executive Director of the Auburn Alumni Association, is here to welcome you to this exceptional group. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Van Valkenburg to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Leith. Congratulations and War Eagle. Now that you have completed the academic requirements and earned your Auburn University degree, you join a group of alumni who, like you, believe in work, hard work, honesty, and truthfulness, and a spirit that is not afraid. Auburn University alumni have used their degrees to better others, better their communities, and succeed in ways that they may never have imagined when they wore their caps and gowns. I have no doubt that each of you will do the same. You became a member of the Auburn family when you chose to make the decision to attend. You made friends that will last a lifetime. You greeted strangers on Hay Day, and you rolled Toomer's Corner after a win. Yes, that's fun. You studied, you played, and you belonged. Would all Auburn alumni in attendance today please stand so that we may recognize you? That includes you. Thank you. You may be seated. Today, it is my honor to welcome you as the newest members of the Auburn Alumni Association. You have been greeted by our Alumni Association volunteers today and received an official Auburn alumni pin. We hope that you wear that proudly wherever you go. Next month, be expecting an alumni decal for your car, and we hope you will enjoy that as well. As you head out into the world, please remember that your Auburn Alumni Association is here to assist you in staying connected to Auburn University and to each other. Whether you stay here in the loveliest village or you move across the continents, there are plenty of ways to stay close to Auburn University. I encourage you to connect to the vast Auburn Alumni Network. Visit our website and explore the numerous programs and services that we offer. And read our Auburn magazine, both online and in print. Find a local Auburn club or affiliate group to be connected to. And please stay in touch with your school and your college. And once you get settled, we want to hear from you and submit a story to our Young Alumni blog. Welcome again to your Auburn Alumni Association. I am so proud to be here with you today and share this special day with you. It is my hope that each of you will always believe in Auburn and love it. Congratulations again, and War Eagle!
Now, as we conclude our ceremony, I want to express appreciation to the graduation committee and everyone who worked so hard to make this commencement ceremony a success. Would you please join me in a round of applause for them? And finally, to the graduates, I want to thank you for choosing Auburn. It's been a true pleasure for us to serve you as educators, mentors, and friends. You may now turn your tassels to the left. Graduates, we are now nearing the end of our ceremony. Before we conclude, I want to tell you how we are so proud of you and we're inspired by you. The degree you received will aid you in your future endeavors, both professional and personal. And I can't wait to see how you're going to transform this world. May you experience a truly successful life. Congratulations, and War Eagle. We'll conclude our ceremony with the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Bachelor of Music Education graduate Hannah Muller and Bachelor of Arts in Music graduate Daniel Thompson. Please stand and remain standing until the platform party, faculty, and the new doctors have recessed from the arena.
On the rolling plains of Dixie, 'neath the sun-kissed sky, proudly stands our alma mater, banners high. To thy name we'll sing thy praise from hearts that love so true, and pledge to thee our loyalty the ages through. We hail thee, Auburn, and we vow to work for thy just fame, and hold in memory as we do now thy chant.